We closed the casket at 6 p.m., but at midnight, the wait inside doubled. If you're back, you already know the rules. Stay quiet, stay with me. And whatever you hear, do not answer it. Welcome to the night shift. Shift start, 3:14 a.m. The soil in plot 12 is still warm, and the scratching is not coming from the outside. I remember the body, male, mid-40s, no family present, no visitors, no flowers, no grief, just paperwork and silence. We sealed him at exactly 6 p.m. I signed the log myself. Everything normal, everything routine. The kind of quiet that makes you forget where you are. Until midnight. I was doing my rounds when I passed the viewing room again, and that is when I noticed it. The casket had shifted, just slightly, like something inside had leaned against one side. Not enough to make noise, not enough to call attention, just enough to feel wrong. I told myself it was the floor. Old wood, uneven foundation. That happens. But then I checked the scale. Weight at burial, 78 kilograms. Current weight, 156. Exactly double. Not close, not approximate, exact. That is when the air changed. Not colder, not warmer, just heavier. Like the room itself had gained weight with it. I didn't call anyone. Out here, you don't call things in. You handle them, or you pretend you didn't see them. I chose the worst option. I opened it. The hinges resisted, like something inside did not want the lid moved. Like pressure was holding it shut, not locked, not sealed, just held. When it finally gave, the sound didn't echo. It was swallowed. The body was still there, exactly where we left it. Hands folded, eyes closed, still dead. But the lighting was wrong. There was only one overhead bulb, but inside the casket, there were two shadows. Two. One matched the body perfectly. The other did not. The second shadow was thinner, longer, stretched like it had been pulled from somewhere else and forced to fit inside the space beside him. It didn't belong to anything I could see, but it was there, and it moved. Not fast, not sudden, just a slow adjustment, like something settling into position, like it had just arrived and was getting comfortable. I leaned closer, closer than I should have, trying to understand the angle of the light, trying to force logic into something that had none. And that is when the second shadow turned its head. There was no second body, but something inside the darkness was looking back at me. Not blinking, not breathing, just aware, watching. I stepped back, closed the lid, locked it. My hands were shaking, but the lock clicked clean, like it always does, like nothing had changed. Then I heard it, a breath, not mine, coming from inside the casket. Slow, measured, controlled, like it had been breathing long before I opened it, and I had just finally noticed. I froze. The breath continued. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Then it stopped, and for a moment, I thought it was over. Then something inside pressed upward against the lid. Not a hand, not a fist. Something longer. Too many joints. Not shaped right. The wood bent slightly. Then it tapped. Once. Twice. Then silence again. I went back to the desk because I needed something real. Something that followed rules. Something that did not change when I looked at it. I checked the records. The file had changed. The name was different. The photo, different. Even the time of death. But the casket number was the same. Casket 47. And now there were two entries under it. One marked Deceased, 6 p.m. The other marked, arrived, 12:01 a.m. No transport record, no delivery, no signature, no staff entry, no vehicle log, nothing. Just one note written underneath, in handwriting I recognized, but could not place. Second occupant accepted. I checked the security feed, scrolled back to midnight. The room was empty, the casket still, nothing unusual. Then, at exactly 12:01 a.m., the screen flickered. One frame, just one. The lid was open, and something was climbing inside. It didn't climb like a person. It folded into the space, like it didn't have bones, like it was learning how to fit into a human shape. Then the footage snapped back to normal. Casket closed, room silent, but I couldn't unsee that frame. I couldn't unknow what I saw. Something didn't come from outside. It came from somewhere else. Somewhere that does not use doors. I stayed away from the room for as long as I could, but around 2:30 a.m., I heard my name. From the hallway. Soft. Familiar. My mother's voice. Come here. I closed my eyes. Rule number 1. Do not answer the voices. But it didn't stop. It got closer. Please. I'm cold. The voice cracked. Broke. Shifted. Like something wearing it was struggling to keep it together. Then it changed completely. Let me out. That is when the sound came. The lid slamming open. Not loud. Not violent. Just final. Like something had finished waiting. I ran back. I shouldn't have, but I did. The casket was open. The body was gone. But the shadows were still there. 2 of them. Standing now. Facing me. One of them moved forward. And as it moved, it aligned with me perfectly. My posture, my breathing, my stance. Even the way my head tilted, it copied everything. The other one stayed still, watching, learning. Then the one in front of me spoke with my voice. You're the extra weight. And in that moment, something inside me understood everything all at once. The weight didn't double because something was added. It doubled because something was being measured, balanced, prepared. 2 cannot remain. 1 must stay. 1 must be replaced. The shadows came closer. Not walking, not stepping. Just closing distance without crossing space. And then I felt it. Not touch, not pain, not pressure. Alignment. Like something sliding into place behind my eyes. Matching me. Learning me. Becoming me. The second shadow finally moved. Slow. Careful. Patient. Like it had done this before. Like it had done this many times. Then everything stopped. No sound, no movement, no breath, just stillness. And in that stillness, I realized something. I could still see, but I could not feel my body. I could still hear. But the sound was distant, like I was already underground. And my thoughts, they were not staying mine anymore. They were being repeated, copied, stored. I am writing this now, but I do not remember sitting down. The pen is moving, the words are forming, but something else is choosing them. The logbook is open. The entry is already written. Casket 47 occupants, 2-1. Status, transfer complete. But that is not the end of it. There is a new page, and it is not blank. It never is. There are names, rows of them, dates, times, all set to 3:14 a.m. And one of them is yours. Yes, yours. Do not look away. You felt that shift just now, didn't you? That slight delay between you and your shadow. That moment where it almost moved before you did. That is how it starts. So listen carefully, because this is where most people make the mistake. They think the replacement happens here, in the graveyard, in the dark. in the casket. It doesn't. This is only where it is recorded. The replacement happens when you leave, when you go back home, when you close your door, when you turn off your light, when you finally feel safe. That is when it finishes. That is when it takes the rest of you. So when this ends, do not rush up. Do not check your phone. Do not turn around immediately. Sit still and check your shadow first, because if it is already standing before you move, then you are not alone anymore. 3:14 a.m. Shift complete. Next log begins soon, and something tells me you will be back. You always come back. We are already expecting you.